All right, man. What's up, y'all? This is Rapping Wrestling, aka King Eric. Tune in to another video. I want to give you guys something to check out. You can check it out at the WCW Vault. I want y'all to check out the Super Brawl match between the Steiner Brothers and Sting and Lex Luger. And I'm going to tell y'all why this joint here is one of my all-time favorites. Because number one, this was one of the few rare occasions where you had baby faces going at it. See, during the 80s and 90s, you didn't really see a lot of that. The first time you really saw that was Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan. So I think WCW figured they're going to try to up the ante a little bit. Like, okay, we're going to do it in a tag team match. We're going to have Sting and Luger, our two beloved baby faces, versus the Steiner Brothers, who are two of the biggest baby faces in the tag division. And I loved it, man. Like, y'all got to check out the build. I think what I'm going to do for y'all, I'm going to put the trailer in the beginning of this video for y'all to watch. Or I might put it at the end. Because this alone, even though WCW didn't have the cinema budget that the WWF had, this was one of their best ever fight packages that they ever had. So with the fight package being promoted, they used to run this thing every week. They didn't have no Monday night shows. It was mostly like WCW Saturday Night and WCW Worldwide. I remember watching it as a kid. But the match itself, it was great. You had Sting and Scott Steiner. They were the most agile of the groups. And people don't know, man, Scott Steiner in his prime was a beast, man. Could you imagine Scott Steiner in his prime mixed with the promo skills that he adapted as Big Papa Pump? That dude would have been top 5. But Scott Steiner, Sting, they brought the high flying, they brought the agility. You had Lex Luger and Rick Steiner, they were the powerhouses. It was a great mash of clashes. The crowd was heavily into it. But this is what I didn't like. And this is what typical WCW shit. You had Nikita Koloff run down there and try to hit Lex Luger in the head with a chain. He accidentally knocked Sting out. And that led to the Steiner Brothers winning the match. I didn't like that shit. If anything, they should have went ahead and just had somebody just take the clean fall. I felt that kind of spoiled the match a little bit. So then you had Sting run back there, and him and Nikita Koloff was brawling. But the ending went left to me. And otherwise, it was a fantastic match. Because you had all four of these guys in their prime. And you ain't gonna get no magic like that again. Now, they tried to do it again in 96, which was good. But it wasn't the same as 91. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking because the talent was a little older. And it had a little more miles on it. But this match right here, for what it was, this should have been the main event. This should have definitely been the main event of the Super Brawl. And then I think the main event was Ric Flair against some Japanese dude. But nobody was even talking about that shit. This should have been the main event. And this was the start of the decline in the car of the WCW. Because after that, Flair will leave probably around the summer. Like, you start seeing the decline in a way. And they started picking it up around 92. But 1991 was the start. So, nevertheless, with this match here and then the War Games follow up, which was pretty good, they still had some great pay-per-views. But around 91, mid-91, that's when shit started really going left. But this was one of the bright spots I remember. So, let me know what you guys think, man. Subscribe, hit the like button. Peace.